Well, I received a letter. That's how I got the news. I received a letter in the mail from the CIA, and I was receiving a lot of letters at that point about all sorts of stuff. So I was like, okay, another letter, and I opened it up, and suddenly I read, you are going to be receiving an iPad free of charge. And I just sort of like did a double take for a moment, and I'm like, I chose the right school, you know? This is this is a really good idea. And I just sort of immediately started thinking, oh my God, so many possibilities, and I understood exactly why they were doing it and how like this is so innovative, this is so going to take things to the next level, and I like admired the school for that. I thought it was a really cool next step. Everything from academics to games to alarm clocks, I could really put all of my interests and all of my ideas onto my iPad immediately. And it was great to have that all together in one place. It helps keep me from being scatterbrained all the time. I wonder what my freshman year would have been like without iPads too. It's hard to think about because it's been such an instrumental part of the process. What also amazes me is how the professors did it as well, you know, because they've been trained for, you know, decades to teach, in some cases, to teach classes without technology. And so it was I was interested to see how they would do it and how I would use it as well, because this is a new thing, you know, we're bringing technology deeper and deeper into our education. So it was an interesting discovery, and it worked really well. You know, I saw the professors were giving us projects and they said, okay, here's the part where we bring in the iPad. I remember Mark, as my design teacher, specifically told us he was going to have some parts that were going to be totally non-technology based and some that were. And he made sure that he defined which parts were and weren't going to be in the process. And it just made me aware, you know, like, wow, they're really making a conscious effort to include it. And despite the fact that it's kind of new and it's sort of a new step and, you know, it might be a little shaky at first, I didn't feel that it was troubling in any way. It seemed kind of seamless. It just seemed like part of the curriculum, part of the program, and it worked incredibly well. And I feel like technology is part of, you know, my arts career now.